Hey everybody, SkyTrak 13 meteorologist Sean Ash with an early afternoon update, and unfortunately, and as advertised, round number 1 in the books, it did do quite a bit of damage across central Indiana, and we appreciate the pictures. This is just a sampling. This is from Parker City, some trees knocked down. From there we go to over at Marion University, quite a few trees knocked down. This is from Bargersville, and we'll keep you in also in Johnson County and Greenwood. Numerous trees from a line of thunderstorms that blasted through central Indiana. Here's some of the storm reports that we had. And right before the noon hour, we started getting some pretty high radar velocities in southern Boone County, and that's where we've had a lot of damage in Zionsville. Had a tree on a driver was injured by a tree on a car there. Unfortunately, we also had a funnel cloud report in Jennings County that prompted a tornado warning and wind damage along US 50. So you can see the sampling. Again, this was the first round of thunderstorms that is now cutting across areas along and south of the Ohio River. I want to show you the visible satellite imagery. This is a nice analysis tool. Keep an eye on this little white line here across Illinois and western Indiana. That's something we call an outflow boundary. It's almost like a little, well, it is a front. It kind of separates air masses from the cooler air on the north side of it to the more unstable air south of it. And contrast indeed. I want to show you the numbers. 70 in Indy, 74 Lafayette. It's 92 Evansville and 95 in St. Louis. And it will not take a lot of sunshine to reload the atmosphere once again. And right now we believe storms are going to initiate along this boundary. We'll have tornado and large hail potential. I suspect we're going to get a tornado watch here probably over the next few hours, and storms are fair game by the time 5 or 6 o'clock rolls around, as that risk for severe weather remains very much in play. On a scale of 1 to 4, we are in the 2 to 3 range. Certainly deserves your attention. There's rather high probabilities that anything that, again, on radar later today will be able to produce severe wind, maybe significant wind. We've already seen that. And there's a probability of tornadoes in the viewing area up to 5%. Okay, so be on the lookout for that. Have a way to get the warnings. This is just a rough idea of what the radar may look like by the time 5 or 6 o'clock rolls around. Still tough to say exactly where these cells will develop, but if they do develop, still question mark, but if they do, they will have tornado potential. Eventually, these isolated cells become more numerous and more of a scatter, or more of a bunch, and that's when the wind threat starts to ramp up by 10 or 11 o'clock. And through the overnight, we're going to have multiple clusters, flash flood potential, severe wind, and still can't even rule out tornadoes as well. So we will have you covered. Angela Buckman's here along with myself, and we will have team coverage throughout the late afternoon and evening. Still, flash flooding and damaging wind are the main components, but there is certainly a tornado and hail threat as well. New scattered storms developing by 5 or 6. Okay, so here's your timeline. Those will have the tornado and the large hail potential. The late evening and overnight, we're talking again by 10 p.m., may have another complex pushing through, and that's going to give us that flooding and wind damage and even a tornado threat as well. So have a way to get warnings. Keep those batteries charged up as much as you can. Unfortunately, we're talking almost 50,000 people in the metro area without power right now. Follow the forecast, as we do believe there will be some tweaks and changes. We will be on the air if needed prior to 5 p.m. We're on air also. We got you covered on social media. But the show will start at 5 p.m. But we'll have to do cut-ins if we need to. So stay with us. We'll keep you covered here with 2 more bouts of strong to severe thunderstorms.